do here?
You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing and everyone's excited to be here.
Remember when Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter thought they could push Caitlin Clark around with no repercussions? When defenders could take cheap shots at the rookie and the refs turned a blind eye, that era just ended, loudly and definitively.
An enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Sophie Cunningham just walked into Indiana Fever training camp, and she didn't come quietly. The veteran sharpshooter and black belt in Taekwondo didn't just show up to play, she showed up to protect. With Caitlin Clark becoming the most targeted player in the league, Sophie's making it clear the bullying stops here. In this video, we'll break down her camp performance, key interviews, and how she's fast becoming the Fever's secret weapon, both on the court and as an enforcer. If you're hyped for this duo, drop a CC and Sophie in the comments. Let's dive in next.
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type players.
You remember when Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as the most hyped rookie in league history? The buzz was electric until it wasn't. As the games rolled on, the excitement gave way to something far more troubling. A weighted pattern began to emerge, one that left fans, analysts, and even former players stunned. The stats say it all. A staggering 17% of all flagrant fouls across the entire WNBA last season were committed against just one player, Caitlin Clark. Let's that sink in. One rookie in a league filled with elite talent, targeted with nearly 1/5 of the most dangerous fouls in the game. This wasn't random, it wasn't accidental, it was calculated.
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
For game after game, the pattern became undeniable. Opponents weren't just playing tough basketball, they were targeting Caitlin Clark with a level of physicality that often crossed the line. Hard screens, excessive contact, and reckless plays blurred the boundary between competition and outright danger. What should have been a season-long celebration of generational talent turned into a nightly gauntlet. The worst offenders quickly stood out. Angel Reese emerged as Clark's most visible rival, mixing relentless physicality with non-stop trash talk, all designed to rattle the rookie. But the most blatant act came from Kennedy Carter, whose shoulder check during a fast break didn't just cross the line. It detonated on social media, going viral within minutes. These weren't basketball plays, they were statements.
She needs an enforcer, and if it ain't gonna be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
What made it all worse? The officials refused to step in. Time and again, referees swallowed their whistles on plays that would have drawn instant fouls for anyone else. Caitlin Clark was left to fend for herself, taking hit after hit with no protection from the people, meant to enforce the rules. While battling through a physical minefield, she also carried the pressure of leading a young Indiana Fever squad still learning how to compete at the pro level. She wasn't just targeted, she was isolated.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
Through it all, Caitlin Clark showed extraordinary composure. Despite facing treatment that would have pushed even seasoned veterans to speak out, she never once used the media to criticize officials or opponents. No excuses, no outbursts. She simply put her head down and kept playing, absorbing contact while carrying herself with a level of professionalism far beyond her years. But the toll was undeniable. It showed in her body language, in her hesitation, and in moments where she struggled to fully play her natural game. The Fever front office saw it all, and they didn't just watch passively, they acted. They knew this level of punishment couldn't continue into Clark's sophomore season.
That's what they were doing in the offseason. They were trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win, and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets, you know, you're just trying to be a sponge. You're trying to learn. You're trying to be good now. But at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best when it's preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, is so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time. And that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, is that everybody wants to learn. And so everyone's dialed in.
This wasn't just about winning games. It was about sending a message. The Indiana Fever made it clear, targeting Caitlin Clark would now come with consequences. They weren't just assembling a roster, they were building a fortress around their franchise cornerstone. But one key question remained. Who would lead this new no-nonsense mentality on the floor? The Fever needed someone with the right blend of skill, experience, and fearlessness. Someone unafraid to set the tone and enforce boundaries. They found their answer in a 6'1" powerhouse, a Taekwondo black belt with a sharp shot and zero tolerance for disrespect. Enter Sophie Cunningham.
I do think that everyone knows that we have something special here. I think a lot of teams have a lot of teams that are special, a lot of rosters that are special, but can you put it together? Can you put aside your agendas? Can you come into work every single day when you're tired, when you're sore, and still get something done and stack the days? And that's what we're doing. Today was tough, you know what I mean? Like, we've been going for a long time. They haven't been, this is not an easy training camp, I'll tell you that, but I think we're gonna be better for it. And I think if you ask anyone, everyone kind of just feels that nice energy.
Enter Sophie Cunningham, a player whose reputation spoke volumes, but whose true purpose in Indiana didn't become clear until she took the mic at training camp. Behind her impressive 37.8% career mark from beyond the arc lies something even more valuable to the Fever, a warrior's mindset, and with just a few words, she delivered a message that echoed across the WNBA. The days of bullying Caitlin Clark are over.
I'm on year 7, and I did not believe people when they're like, hey, when you get old, you're gonna know. Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just, we play fast, right? We're gonna be quick. We're a run and gun, we're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations, a lot of people that you haven't played with before. So you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
And when Sophie Cunningham stepped into her first media session as a member of the Fever, reporters expected the usual cliches, talk of fresh starts, team chemistry, and season goals. Instead, they got 6 words that sent shockwaves through the basketball world. I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players. That stops now. In an era where athletes often stick to polished PR scripts, Cunningham's blunt, fearless statement hit like a thunderclap. The message was clear. The tone in Indiana had officially changed.
That chemistry building process been like, especially off the court?
Yeah.
Since you guys are all now in market.
You know, I don't even want to sound like this, but it's been easy. It's been easy because you have really, really great people here that want to be a part of something special. And so they're not only phenomenal athletes, but they're phenomenal people. They're out in the community. They do what's right. I don't know. We're just good stewards. And so when you're around those types of people, it's refreshing. And when I say this, I'm truly happy to be here because it hasn't been like this for my career in a really long time.
And what makes Sophie Cunningham uniquely suited for this enforcer role isn't just her size or strength, it's the mindset and discipline behind it. Her background in Taekwondo laid the foundation for a playing style rooted in control, toughness, and precision. And throughout her WNBA career, she's earned a reputation as someone who never backs down from confrontation, a player who stands her ground no matter the stakes. For a team looking to draw a line in the sand, she's the perfect shield. And Sophie herself put it, I'm in year 7 and I don't believe in letting things slide anymore.
I did not believe people when they're like, hey, when you get old, you're gonna know. Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just, we play fast, right? We're gonna be quick. We're a run and gun, we're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations, a lot of people that you haven't played with before. So you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
The veteran